Hello, everyone. This is Steve from True Market Finance. You guys are all having a good day. Um, like always, I want you guys to grab a coffee and let's go over the markets. It's been open now for what, a couple hours, hour and a half or so. Um, so I wouldn't jump really into anything more. I usually like to jump in about first thing in the morning or in the evening, but half an hour before it closes, an hour before it closes. Then maybe I'll do some of those limit orders um, to try and get ready there for the next day's hits. Or sometimes I'll just wait till in the evening, even after the market closes, and you start putting in some limit orders. And going over some stocks. So hopefully you get a coffee going, um, like I do, and sit back and relax. And if you guys are doing this in the evening, watching this video, I hope you guys will grab a beer, a glass of wine, um, raspberry boobly. I don't care. Whatever toots your fancy, my friends. And we can kind of go over this stuff and just have a good time figuring out this crazy market so that we can make some money in the future. Um, investing.com is a company that actually really enjoy having. It simplifies, I find it simplifies my um, trading a little bit. So I like to do a little bit more long term buying there, but we can also hit our but just it takes a lot of guesswork out. Myself, I don't mind doing some short selling as well, so I can also look in the short side of things. And in that, sometimes I'll buy long, and then if it gets into a short area, then I'll if I wanted to keep that stock for a long period of time, it's got a good dividend and so on and so forth, then I'll just buy a put for a to leverage it in the downtrend while it pulls back. And ultimately, if I figure the stock's going to go up, so I'll, instead of selling out the stock, I'll just buy a put till it turns and heads back in the up direction. And if it's doing a little pullback and it's a position I have, um, if you have a large account, if you have lots of money, you can actually sell a call against that. So then the what they will do is give you money for that position. You can also do a covered call if you have a large position over 100 shares. So then you can use that stock and sell a call against it. And then you just, they'll give you cash for that. So then you can leverage it to the downside. And also you can then as well, short stock with that money, or you can buy a put with that money, and then leverage it all three ways. Safest bet probably is just about sell a call against it, and then you just get some money and put it in your account and wait for it to change directions, and then then you can maybe add another position as it's going back in your favor. But what I like to do when I start out in the morning or evening or whatever, first thing I like to do is come in here to investing.com and look at what our sectors are doing, because that helps us the most on the whole works of things. So I like to refresh that up. Then we'll go into our technical. And so then we can get our our positions, what we need. So we're looking at right now our home construction, which sometimes guys, if you're maybe a little older or you just don't want to look at the market a whole lot. You can just buy these sectors, the ETF in the whole sector. Again, when I do that, you still want to get your proper position in. So even though this says strong buy all the way across, we still want to wait for that perfect opportunity. So home construction strong right now. Oh, I actually didn't notice that earlier, but silver's into a strong buy. We'll take a look at the silver today. Because I haven't noticed that for a while. Home builders is a strong buy. So that's with construction home builders. I actually bought first builder today. The stock, it was looking really well. All the markets kind of are up. You can buy in those guys, be careful with that, and use them as a long-term thing. Because there's right now so volatile on it's hard to grasp. And so then we got technologies, goodbye. We have consumer staples, which is in a good buying spot. And we have the euro, which is can good as well. Now, and as always, guys, I like Bitcoin. So then we can go from there. Oh, sorry, guys, I got my whole Zoom thing going on here. We can go into our stock. So here's a stock of Bitcoin. And then what I have done from that position, so then we can go into here. I have indexes. So I have all the indexes in here. So then you can go into, say, where we get home. Well, there's technology was one. And that was what I was looking at today because we're in a good spot for we're in a good spot for technology. So that's why I was looking at that sector. So if you're buying the ETF itself, you're kind of hitting into a bit of a resistance area here. So I would kind of watch that. We bottomed out here, so it could possibly go. We can jump out here a little bit. Yeah, see, really coming into some areas. You could put a limit order in and sell out here because you're probably going to get a pull out back. But myself, I wouldn't, just leave it alone for now. So we had builders. Where are our builders? Here we go. Home builders doing the same thing. So we could build a limit order up here. Let's go here to the bars. Yeah, we got a little spot here. Builders still got a lot of room up to the next next resistance. So you could, buy a small position there for now. And guys, I'm just, I wouldn't, don't, I'm just trying to help you look for potentially the best stocks. So that's why a lot of times, my advice is just advice. The market, as always, we can always lose money. So, don't take my word for it. Do your own guesswork and risk management. And when we do a trade, we only want to use about 0.5% of our account or 1%. So Whether you got $1 million or $100, 1% and a half percent are the exact same thing. And with fractional shares nowadays, it's a beautiful thing. Uh, you can buy whatever you need. So you're looking at home builders. Home construction is down here. Here's our silver, guys. Let's jump on that one. I want to take a peek at that. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Kind of looks like it's rounding out, doesn't it, guys? We got 50 above the 200 day. Let's go out here to the hourly. Yeah, it's just doing this flat thing lately. So I'm gonna maybe wait a little bit longer here to what to do. Um, Could maybe put a small position limit order up here with the stop below. Uh, I myself, I'm gonna probably wait on. This is the home construction top and up here. So this is why I'm going to show you guys in a sec. Staples was up here at the top. We better look at them. I guess Staples. It's kind of coming up close here to a resistance area too. So what we can do with that is then we go into our, because you can do the same, guys. You can just create list, and then I will go down here to where I had home builders. So then you can come back in here to home builders, tends to going up. So then you can start going through these guys. Here's builders first. I mean, the builders first choice source. This is the company actually. Sorry, this is the one I bought today. Um, I really liked that it was giving me a good Hagenacci candlestick here into the uptrend. It has no wick on the bottom. Looks like it's reversing here. Then I pulled out here the 4 hour to look at it this way, and I like that we had 2 buys here. Plus, then it really shows here that it's we got doji and it's starting to move up here. So even if it just goes up even to here for a bit and then does a little pullback, I think it's looking good and strong for a good uptrend. We got your 50-day above our 200-day, which we want as well. So we'll get overall stock. So I figured I'd grab a little bit of momentum with that while it's moving and make a few bucks. I a lot of times buy dividend, like buying dividend, which this one's showing no dividend. But that's what we got. Whirlpool actually is looking at being a lot better here too now, except for its 50 is below the 200 days. So let's pull out here a little further. Yeah, maybe want to hold on that one yet. We want to wait till that 50 comes above the 200-day for, yeah, even on the 4 hour, it's below. So I leave that Whirlpool for a little bit longer, guys, just to be a little less chance. I think it's going to go, but it's going to just take some time. So this is what I will do. I was looking at the stock today too. Let's actually go here a little further. Go even further out. It's topping right up here at double top. So it's been done really well. Would have been nice to buy it back here, eh, guys? what's that at? 17 bucks. We're at 62 now. Too bad we could have won that one. But that's part of the game, eh? Is to try to find and then hold onto that perfect position. Masco. This is looking interesting, guys. I didn't even see this today. Masco Corporation. We are on like almost like a triple spot here as well, starting an uptrend here. I like that. Let's go here a little further. We have another buy here. So if we had done kind of topping up in the top part of this area here. So what you could do is put a limit order in here. A limit order with we're even coming above the 200 right here. I like that. So you put a limit order up here at 54.46 area, and you could then go down here to this area and put your stop. And if it triggers, well, then you're out to the races, my friend. If it does not, you do not lose any money. No gain either, but I would sooner not do anything at all than lose me money, as we all don't want to lose. But that's an interesting stock right there, guys. I will be taking a look at that one for a bit, maybe putting a position eventually on that one. Always like DR Horton. It's pulling back here, it seems like, though. These guys have all been going for a little while, so it's where I like to, be nice to get into. That's why I like going through once I find out which sector is the strongest. Then from there you can that's looking interesting, guys. Two Mohawk. Then you can kind of go through all these stocks like this. There's lots of them. So, and there's no hurry, guys. You just wait for the perfect opportunity. Be patient. That's what I was teaching in that last video that I was doing. Just be patient. If there's nothing to buy, there is nothing to buy. Then but with that, you don't lose anybody. You're waiting for the market to give you that opportunity. Wow, look at that taking off. Now these ones that I find tricky. Um, One, we're having a good run here. So with that, probably wouldn't jump in here. Probably wait for a pullback. Because they always come. Unfortunately, we should have put a limit order up in here somewhere and we could have grabbed next run. Or when we had this buy, we could have put a limit order up in here. And then it would have took off for us too. But hey, we win some and lose some, guys. It's the way it goes. Unless you're kind of working with a gazillion dollars and you can jump in a little bit more often and take a little bit more risk sometime. That's looking nice too, right there. You do a limit order above this candlestick. Yeah, triggered it. Can buy it right into that and put your stop right below. Uh, so that's what I do. Um, as we've gone through like this before, um, many times. We also had the technology switches. Oh, I bought a oh, look at that today. It's not making me happy because I bought a call on the Apple today because it was actually doing very well. Um, but we're also sitting at 11:30, so could be just doing a little pullback as people get ready to go for lunch and stuff too. So this afternoon it could take off. Plus, I've got it for almost a month, that option trade. So I believe it will come off. Microsoft is looking good. NVIDIA I have as a stock, still holding it for long term. That's why I have this. It's in a nice channel, starting to move like back up again. I think of Visa Master. I was looking at a Mastercard today too for possible buy. Uh, have those two. I don't know why it is, but I just always seem to have better luck with Mastercard than I always have with Visa. Um, maybe it's just because it has more people have that Mastercards in the world than Visa. I'm not sure, but I've always had just better luck with it for some reason. Um, you think to be the same because they both do the same sort of thing. But as we teach in our group here, that neither one of these anybody should be using in their daily life. We're trying to pay those off if we have those balances on any one of those because look at these guys. Visa, $232 stock, MasterCard, $379 stock. Why? Because they're making crap loads of money off you guys that are, got all kinds of money in there at 20 some odd percent interest. Get rid of the freaking thing. Pay it down, my friends. Pay it down. Get rid of those cards. Nowadays, with a debit Visa card in every bank there is, you put cash in your account and you use it the same as you would your regular Visa. I have a MasterCard as well, just for some very small places. Don't take that debit Visa or MasterCard, but for those slim occasions. And then from that, if I put a balance on that card, I will just go into my debit Visa or savings account in my bank and transfer it right directly to my card, right? That pretty much the exact same day. That way, you just don't get yourself in trouble. 20 some odd percent, guys, if you get up there, it will eat you alive. Um, so if you think it's easier in life to, sorry guys, having my coffee here. If you think it's easier in life for you to um, use that, it will cost you so much. And in our group here, we want to be lenders and not borrowers. We want to go with the scriptural philosophy of being lenders and borrowers. We're supposed to be uh, good with our money and look after it. And we, as we are doing right now with the stocks is just another passive income. So you want to use your stock market as a passive income. You want to use a Bitcoin as a passive income. You want to use, um, you can do small little, some people do Uber after hours or skip the dish, start deliveries and little stuff like that to build another passive income. Uh, and all these little things are really good to do, so depends on how much time you have. Um, but those little things add up, so this is why we want this group so that when you have no mortgage and a lot of us pay like you can go from like $1,000 to, well, I guess it depends on kind of how big a house you got, but just average, if you wanted to go, $1,200 a month or so. If you have no mortgage, you got no mortgage payment. That whole amount of money you could put into then Bitcoin to grab that market. Or you could take that mortgage payment and split it between your stock portfolio and your and Bitcoin. Um, you could go out and buy more real estate. You could save it in a savings account and build that up so that you could go and buy cash with that. As we have pointed out in this uh, with the group, that you could actually put it into Bitcoin, and then you could take out a Bitcoin backed loan and go buy something with that as well. Or what you can do is just create multiple accounts if you want to, and save for everyone's going to need a car one day. These are depreciating valuable things, so you're going to need another car one day. So if you're making a car payment, which we want to get away from as well, guys, you want to pay off the car payment too. So then you start putting that car payment away in another account, so that when you are up in 5 years or so, then you just go buy another car with cash. Um, we want to as well, guys, with and your mortgage, I like to look at it. What I try to base around is about 0.25% of my monthly paycheck. I don't really want to go much higher than that, because then you start getting yourself a little too tight. And I would sooner live life and then have a huge mortgage payment. You're just getting it too stressed. You can't, you'll be stressed on vacation or anything happens. We also want to get that 3 to 6 month of expenses into another account as well for emergencies. Because we want to cover ourselves for that emergency, which again, we always will have. It'll always come. And we also want to, guys, work on a budget. Make sure you're writing down. I know it's a pain in the ass, guys. I know it's a pain in the ass, but you will see those little numbers. Those little numbers are the ones that kill you, the little numbers. So make sure you get into there and do a budget at the end of every month so that you can look over it and prepare yourself for the next month. And if you're seeing you're spending too much in groceries, if you're spending too much on dining out, if you're buying too many Starbucks coffees, or here in Canada, too coffees, then you cut back, make your own coffee. You can buy Tim Hortons coffee in the grocery store now, if you're that way. And with a Brita, or not a Brita, with K cups and all that, it's like super quick and simple to do. So this sector was the technology sector, and it was one of our good ones as well. So see, we got a lot of stuff starting to move in the technology. PayPal's always been bad. So this is what we want to do. This is looking good, guys, but we're 50 days below the 200-day moving average. So again, don't get into that. So we did the home Uh, so we get look at we got Sherman Williams right up here, the 200 day and everything else. Breaking up here. It's looking kind of wonderful. Kind of wish I had seen that earlier today too. That would have been a good buy, but see how it plays out to you this evening. Then we could put a limit order in here for tomorrow morning with a nice tight little stop, and your risk reward there's looks pretty good for that stock. And then hopefully we'll go all the way up to here. But that's why we have stops, guys. Make sure you always have stops on your stocks just to be. That looked like another good stock here too. 50 day, 200, boom, new buy. Yeah, look at that. Another one for the evening. That's the one I bought today. Same kind of type of chart as the other one. Builders First, I believe, has maybe not. No, it doesn't. Okay, I thought it had a dividend. It does not. I like the dividend, guys. I'm a big dividend guy because it just is another one of those classified passive income kind of things. They're giving me money while I'm holding their stock anyway. So as shareholders and as owners in that company, they look after us that way. Just another way, that's why I tell you guys this every once in a while to go, well, not every once in a while, but on a few videos I have pointed out to go get the book, or I'll go on Amazon and get the Wealthy Barber. It's an old book, but man, it still lives this day and it will live forever. It's about a barber who's worth millions and you would never have known, and he just built his wealth on compounding interest. And this is what I'm trying to teach in our class here is the concept of compounding everything. So as we get into stocks and it moves up, you get a dividend that moves up, we can leverage it when it pulls back with an option trades. And we can just get excited all the time, guys, to help each other out with everything. But as that grows, it's just another passive income strategy, so it just compounds in itself. So if you get most dividends are just a few cents or whatever if you get a thing, but those add up. You add it into your account, then you can take that money and then you put it into a stock, and then that stock grows and you got that dividend, and it constantly compounds itself into each other over the years and years and years. And if you're younger in your 20s or whatever, oh my God, guys, you'll make millions and millions and millions of dollars of that compounding itself and the stock growing millions. And it's so easy. So that's what I'm trying to teach in here, the patience to wait for the perfect opportunity to get into those stocks. When you start getting like here, across the 50 to 200 day back here, and it just keeps growing. And if this was a dividend stock, you're getting dividends all the way along here too. When you get a pullback like this, you bought a put, or you sold a call. You made a little bit there, made a little bit there, made a little bit there, and then you put it into the spot here when it goes. Or you take that dividend if you got a decent sized account and roll it into a new stock. or not this dividend, these little pullbacks. You pull back, make some money, and you find another stock, and you want to grab it. Instead, you just leveraging and diversifying your account even more by doing that. And that's what we want to do as well. That's why when we started this whole class today, I showed, we started investing.com. We went into I wrote into watch list. I went and put all the sectors into that watch list. And then you hit technical, and it kind of gives you where those strong guys are. And you want, your big numbers. You don't want this 5 minute shit or whatever. You want month, week, days, 4 hours. You want so you can see, especially a month, you want to see what that stock's doing. Like, look, we'll pull it a month. This is from 2010. See where, this could come down a lot for the 200 days. So say we're in the $60 and now we're $300. If you got in the way and just let it, and you do pullbacks, you just sell options into them, or you just buy a put, and just let it go. And just start rolling those into themselves constantly. Then we can just, go and you go through, hunt those stocks down, and then be patient for them. Because they're all there. Just sometimes it takes a while to get them. It takes a while to get the bottom out. Like, look at this here, like this little bottom out here. It took what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 days. So almost a week for that to start rolling its way up the ladder. So don't get excited about jumping in, guys. I want you to learn patience in here. And like always, guys, I want to have your friends, family, everybody join True Market Finance. Subscribe to the channel, so when we come out with a new chart, and I'll throw out as many times as I can to throw out charts of the day. You can follow us on the podcast as well. It's in Spotify and so on, and like these things, and we'll get comments, and we'll have this group and the community to build each other up and go. And I want to know, like I was saying the last time, I want to hear from you guys about, those wins. Those, when you get rid of a credit card, I don't care if it's $100 credit card. Tell us about it. I want us in our community to celebrate those little wins with you, because those little wins will give us more oomph to get rid of the rest of the stuff, and it'll give you a oomph to get yourself moving forward. And then as you move forward, you start to see, when you become completely debt free in life, how easy that is. You get a paycheck and you just go, okay, thanks, throw in my bank account, and you don't have to worry so much. We'll have our 3 to 6 month emergency fund going, so you're covered there. So all you have to worry about is how you want to divide it up and that's in your own thoughts of how you want to do that, whether you want to divide it up and put half into the your stock market account, half into Bitcoin, or half into a savings account, whatever you choose to do. Or like, you can put it in a savings account and just work at building and buying more real estate with it. Get another piece of place in Airbnb, or rent it out, or whatever you like to do. Or you just bank it away and go on vacation and someday, when you that's and it's all free. You're not putting that on a credit card. You're just paying cash with it. You can the sky's the limit. You will see compounding itself over and over again when you're not paying interest. Just look at your credit card. Or when you're doing your budget, you'll see it, put your interest in there. Have that as a category, interest, and then add that interest in there. You will see, it could be like 400, $300 a month. That's if you're paying a car payment, that's a whole car payment to most people in a month. So those dollars add up huge. So better just to get rid of them, and then that $400 goes in your pocket, and then it goes in the stock market or portfolio, and then it compounded interest on for you. So contact share this video and share with your friends, family, neighbors, whatever. That True Market Finance is the place to go. That we're going to build each other up, and we are going to be debt free, and we're going to be excited about it. And that's what we want to do. I would love to see one day when our channel and stuff just grows. I just want that word to get around it, and then I want that positive energy to flow through every single person. So when someone's in the office and they're going, "Why are you so excited?" I'm like, "I'm on True Market Finance, and they helped, and the groups cheered me on when I got rid of those credit cards, and I was so positive. I sent in a message that I'm mortgage free, and and everybody's excited. So then, I'm making so much money, and I don't have to work if I don't want to. I work because I want to. I'm finding that perfect job that I want, and my life is easy and exciting and adventurous. And that's what it's all about, guys. You can kill yourself in life, or you can enjoy your life. No one that's ever gone to the grave ever wish they worked more, or but we do, because we have families to feed, and we want them to be looked after. And so if we could do that easier, which is paying off our credit card, so we're not paying somebody like Visa, MasterCard outrageous amount of money that makes their company. I would love to see Visa, MasterCard go bankrupt. That would be my objective here in this group, to make them bankrupt, so that everybody in the world comes on to True Market Finance and goes, "Yes, no more ever Visa, MasterCard am I going to use." So those guys, have no interest or anything else, and they lose market share, and they go down to like $1 or zero, like, because they're crooks, and shouldn't be treated that way. So when you are your own bank, which is what we are trying to teach here at True Market Finance, I want you to be your own bank. I want you to be your own investor. And depending on who you are and what your risk level is, and so on and so forth, and depending on what your portfolio, you can do it all with True Market Finance. And, you can go out to your weekly and monthlies if you're a long-term investor, and use your 4 hours to get yourself into that, which is more of what I'd like to get most of us guys do. Or you can move down to your day and 4 hour kind of thing for a little bit more, or and you can leverage with options and all kinds of stuff, which we're gonna show, and so on and so forth, guys. But with that, I want to go over one more stock with you guys today. Is I was noticing Dell. Yeah. Yeah, daily chart is not that great, but I was looking at it in a 4 hour that looks like it's getting ready to break out. It's moving. We're above 50 and 200 on the 4 hour, and it's moving up here, and it's in a buy. I was going to actually buy an option trade on, but the options were super expensive. The spread was like insane. So I'm like, I may just wait out here and maybe buy like a limit order here on the at 43.39 area, maybe a little higher, and then you put stop below here, and then ride this out to see how long it'll go. I may even just leave my stop there completely for a little bit, and then wait for it to kind of take off here. Because we bought them about here, and we bought them out here. So this is what's nice, but we get out here the long term. See what direction it's doing. What is it doing? It's stopping here. This seems to be the breaking point. So we're going to start moving up and rounding out, moving up in our direction. So good opportunity to possibly get in there. So again, guys, I hope that helps in everything. And as I see more, I will throw more. As I get more stocks, charts of the day, I will throw out many of those. I'll ask for you guys to give the group support. Anybody that pops up a comment in the thing, and you see that they've paid something off or whatever, then throw it out there. Give that cheer, give the clap, and give that, give everybody that, wow, yeah, you did it, because that'll give us positive energy to become debt free and our lives so much simpler. So that is the end of our lesson for today, guys. Again, please, tell everybody about True Market Finance and subscribe to the channel, and we will change the world, and we will change each other. We'll give each other a more positive outlook in life. And like the channel, like today's thing, and send those comments in, guys, because I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear you, what you're paying down, what you learned from your when you did your budget, what you learned from that. What was that little thing that was they're going to be there. I can promise you. You will, if you haven't done a budget for a while and you do it, you will see. You will absolutely see. I had one time where I did one of my budgets, and I noticed I was spending like $1,000 a month on groceries with me and my family, of course. And I'm like, oh my God, that's insane. Where am I? What am I doing? So then you just try to change your spending habits. You go to Costco more and buy more in bulk. And myself, I have a vacuum sealer. So then you take that and you vacuum seal down some of that stuff so it'll last longer in the freezer, and you add to the small cubic freezer, and you take up those just little things, guys. All those little pennies add up, and especially right now with inflation and the way it is, and so on and so forth. We got to cover every dollar we make, and that's what we're all about. It's those simple things. So let me know in comments, the simple things that you've learned. I would love to hear from me on that one, because those are always the funniest, and always the best to chit chat about, and we can go over that and talk about it. Anyway, guys, have a good day, and happy trading, happy investing, and pay off those credit cards, pay off that mortgage, pay off that car loan, and you will see the smile grow on your face over and over again every single day, as you then your income and your credit rating and everything else just continues to soar. You will live in a whole new way of life. Be a lender and not a borrower. I say to me all the time, say it with me, I am a lender, not a borrower. I am a lender, not a borrower. I will no longer be a borrower. I will only be a lender, and your life will become uh, great. And learn the power of no, guys. No, I don't need that. Um, that's going to cost me money and stuff like that. Learn that power. You will be thankful for that as well. Anyway, guys, have a great day, and I hope this video helps you out. Share and like, and look forward to the next video with you. Talk later. Bye bye.